Today we're going to talk about the fantastic southern Spain club of Real Betis. It's a club of passion, it's a club of history, but almost no titles. If you look back in the recent times and also in the ancient times, how would you describe Betis as a club?
I think all the clubs from the south, it can be Spain or can be Italy, or all the clubs from the south are very, this passion, and the stadiums are beautiful, and the people, the fans, families, from very young to old, everyone is going to the stadium to support, and they do support the club for the whole life, and I think that you can feel that, and you can feel that. I think every player can feel that.
Yeah, and they are famous for a great stadium and uh, also fantastic fans. What do you think about Betis home stadium Villa Marin?
I really like it. I've been there. I've been to Villamarin. I've been to Sanchez Pizjuan. I've been there. I saw them, and it's but it, it there are two big clubs in the city. Sevilla and Betis, both big clubs. One obviously is in the shadow of the other, but two big clubs.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we're going to talk about today. The difference between Sevilla and Betis, but also the rivalry between the two. So this weekend we are awaiting a great fight between those two, and Sevilla are currently placed second, when while Betis are on a third place. So yeah, they they're having a great season, both of them.
Yeah, special. We know that Sevilla is very, very good, and they showed it many times. They played Champions League, they won Europa League, but Betis had a couple of rough years, and now they are slowly building something beautiful and something good, strong, and if they can really stay there until the end of the season and go to Champions League. Fantastic, fantastic. You cannot imagine what will be going on in Sevilla. No, it would be the first time in history to qualify for Champions League. So big, big, very big.
Yeah, they have they have a squad of some really good players, if you ask me. Especially offensively speaking, we have of course Fekir, a very good signing, and the reason why he came to Betis and not a bigger club, it's only his injuries.
You
And
know,
if it wasn't for them, then he would have played for Liverpool or something like that.
of course, yeah. No, he is fantastic. He's very creative, very skillful, technical player. But not only him. I think this season, you can name a lot of the squad because everyone is good. But I think the key players for this season are, I would say Mark Bartra, because he found this dimension and is very good, and obviously Nabil Fekir, Sergio Canales, and Juanmi, I think 12 goals, So,
Yeah,
but you
and
can also say William Carvalho, Bellerin, all these players. Everyone is having a good season. So,
yeah, but you talked about Marc Bartra, the centre back, and I think you can see that he has a lot of La Masia in him. He's a really clever passing player. He's just like uh, a player like Piqué. He lacks a bit of physicality. He's good on the ball, and I think he was meant for a bigger club, but now he's doing really well in Betis, and I feel like he's really enjoying life.
Yeah.
So he should not be moving.
No, but that's the same for players like Fekir, like Sergio Canales. Sergio Canales, when he went to Real Madrid, everyone was saying, big player, big, but he couldn't. Or we have seen at Real Madrid, we have seen a lot of this play. Yaramendi, Isco, Sergio Canales, a lot of them, no. So they found their dimension in that club, and same for Bellerin after having some problems at Arsenal, not playing, then playing a big injury, So now I think he's very happy there, and suits him perfectly.
Yeah, and I think Betis, what they're doing is to involve all players in so many actions when they attack. So that's why I think they have so many players that have scored a couple of goals,
Yeah,
because they are mostly involved in every attack.
yeah, that's true.
That's pretty special, because if you watch a lot of Liverpool, maybe it doesn't sound weird, but it's not so many clubs that can play with great intensity and along the pitch,
Yeah,
entire pitch.
yeah, that's true. They always had this. Especially now with Pellegrini a little bit more, because he likes to play a lot with a lot of pressure, the fullbacks going forward and everything, and that gives you options. Pellegrini, what I like about him is, he's had basically the whole career he has had similar system. He played 4-4-2, 4-2-2-2, 4-2-3-1, but it's basically the same. They move very well between the lines. They go high up the pitch. Now with 4-2-3-1 they use now is very similar to the one he used with City. So I really like that.
Yeah, they. It feels like he's really found a club where he can do what he wants to do, and he doesn't have to compromise with that.
Yeah.
So clubs in the Premier League, of course, they can give you a lot of money, they can give you a lot of a good squad, but at the end of the day, they want the Premier League fans, the Premier League media, everyone wants more physicality than maybe Pellegrini was able to bring.
you know it's so difficult, if you look at, yeah, that's true, but that's maybe something because a Spanish coach, or South American coach like Pellegrini, they don't have this, they're not used to this physicality. They like to play with the ball, they like to play with skillful technical players, between the lines, short passes, keep the ball. That's before Pep arrived in the Premier League. Nobody knew this type of football in the UK.
Exactly. It was. I think the German managers and Guardiola has made an incredible impact on
Yeah,
English football.
yeah, true.
I like to watch a lot of Championship, and I think even in this very special league, they're starting to play more with the ball on the ground, and short passing, and trying to involve. I mean, I saw statistics that the scoring had gone up in Championship,
Yeah.
and that doesn't surprise me, because you have a lot of players going into the box and leaving a lot of space for counterattacks. So whilst you're playing an attack, you're very dangerous, and then you're in danger when you lose the ball. So, and that's, I think you can see a lot of that in a lot of Spanish clubs, but I think Betis is more compact. Sevilla is the true definition of a compact team, but I think Betis is a bit close because they are not risking so much going into attack. If you ask me.
Yeah,
So
but
yeah,
they scored. They scored. I think maybe they scored more than Sevilla in the league. I think, but
yeah,
they conceded more. Sevilla,
yeah.
they didn't concede
Sevilla
a
is a
lot.
very
Yeah,
conservative team.
yeah, yeah,
It's not the most entertaining,
yeah. True. Yeah,
but
yeah. But you know, look at the player that look at the players that Betis produce. You know, and then sell. All of them players are very good technically, very good tactically, very good, you know, very good vision, very good eye, very good head. You know, look in the last couple of years, Fabian Ruiz to Napoli, Isco to Real Madrid, Dani Ceballos, Lo Celso, I don't know, Junior Firpo, Emerson Royal to Barcelona for 2 months, then to Tottenham. But yeah, yeah. Even a good goalkeeper, Paul Lopez. You know, they had good players and many more. But yeah, this is the ones we maybe remember. You know.
yeah, yeah, and I think when you look at Betis right now, what they're doing is to sign very cheap players and making them a part of the team integrating them into the system in a effective way. So
Yeah,
that's
maybe
we
we
can talk
can.
about that now.
Yeah, we can show that here. 1 second. This one. So yeah, you can see what happened this summer, and you know you can see loan free. You know, only for Pezzella. They had to pay, but he was cheap because you know he's 30 years old. But I think he's a fantastic center back. You know.
Yeah, this is really good players. You know, everything from Rodri is a talented player, and then you have Jose is a good striker,
Yeah.
a really good striker.
Yeah.
Beirin is a very fast wing back. Sabali, I don't know that much about him, but he's been good when he's played. So
Yeah.
Miranda is a very promising player, and I think also Pezzella, as you said, it's maybe he wasn't the best player in Fiorentina, and maybe they don't need him, but he's done really well with Bartra. He's
Yeah.
he has a lot of experience.
Yeah. Nice. You know they have good. They have a good overall they have a very good mix, and I really like that about Betis. You know.
Yeah, they of course they have Carvalho and Fekir, but maybe they lack some some really difference making players in the end.
But I think that's part of the philosophy now. You know, okay, they got William Jose on loan. You know, fantastic, very good striker. But it's true in the team. They have no okay Fekir, William Carvalho, but they have no star. You know, there is not a star. You know, and if they have one, they sell. You know that's part of the philosophy. You know, all the names I mentioned before. You know, you cannot keep them or hardly keep them. You know, it's so difficult. You know, and for example, Fabian Ruiz to Napoli was 30 millions. You know, not 60 or you know what I mean. So
Yeah, he was so good when he left the club, and the 30 million was
yeah,
cheap.
yeah, 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 yeah.
He is for me he is good enough for Barcelona, Real Madrid, so on.
He is.
as a replacement for Modric or something.
Yeah.
In the end.
That's why I say, when that's philosophy. They bring up a lot of very good players, but obviously they then need to sell them. Maybe they can come back later. But not all the players think like Joaquin. That they with 40 years old he's still playing for them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we can talk a little bit about Joaquin.
Joaquin is a legend. He's a legend. You know what he's done
It's great.
in his career. Now he's playing. Sometimes he's playing as a right back. Sometimes he's playing on the wing. Sometimes he's even playing as a number 10 because to not run a lot. But he's a player. He plays like I don't know, like he's 20, and he's 40.
Yeah, he started 7 games this season. That's
That says a lot. That says a lot, and he's working for that. He wants to continue to play, and he's working for that. And the team is the number one, and he's giving everything for the team. And when you have these kind of players, even if he wouldn't be playing, just to have him in the dressing room, the atmosphere, and maybe a good chat with a young player, so good, so good.
mm, yeah, really. And he's over 40 now, so it's
Yeah.
we wonder for how long he will fight on.
I think he will carry on if they let him. Obviously that's
Yeah.
something that we don't know, but then the club has to decide. But I think he will sign the contract. Blind.
Mm. Yeah. Well, what do you think of Claudio Bravo, the goalkeeper? Because there's been a lot of discussion about him. He was not good enough for Barcelona. He's maybe a bit too short, but he's doing well. He's one of the best goalkeepers with the ball in modern football.
I wouldn't
Just the way
say
that he
I wouldn't say
contributes.
he wasn't good enough for Barca. It depends. It always depends on the manager. And what the manager wants. There is a manager that likes a goalkeeper that is very good on the line. The other manager likes a goalkeeper that is good in the air. But he's a good goalkeeper. Nobody can say he wasn't good enough for Barcelona. Come on.
Yeah, he was fighting with Ter Stegen. It's not the easiest
You know,
goalkeeper to
Ter,
keep out
Ste-
of
Ter
there.
Stegen,
It's, it's not a bad player.
yeah.
So yeah, well we've gone through the squad now, and
I have the player that left if you want to see
yeah,
them.
yeah, of course. But I was just
This one.
finishing up with saying like there's a lot of players doing their job and they are having the best time of their career.
Yeah.
That's the biggest theme.
I see now they got some free transfer, but Aissa Mandi to leave him like that on a free, it's a pity.
Yeah, he was really really
He
good.
could he could play as a center back. He could play as a six. He's good.
Yeah, and Sydney was a good center back in the day. Maybe not for
Yeah.
the future.
Yeah. Now he was very slow, and very. But he was good. He was good a couple of years
Yeah,
ago. Yeah.
and then Lauren, the striker, he was a good backup, but I think Iglesias is better.
Now they have a lot of Borja Iglesias is better, but they now have a lot of options because Juanmi he can play on the wing, but he can also play as a forward. They have William Jose. They have options.
Yeah, Hanmi is he's left-footed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have Christian Theo. No one is talking about him anymore,
Oh,
but he's very fast player.
Teo is
And when he has a good game, he's really, really, really good.
yeah, yeah.
But
If he
he's
would
a bit
be,
uneven.
if he had this consistency, you know,
Mm.
over his career, like he had in a couple of games. He had good games with Barca. He had good games with Fiorentina. I remember good games, you know, but he's up and down, you know, difficult. But now I think he's as well, you know, as the other one, as Bellerin or Sergio Canales, and you know they found their dimension, and it's good like that.
Yeah, he's a Spanish Politano.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
A bit more clever.
Yeah, I think so. You know, that's when
Yeah.
you play at such a young age with Barca, and you you have the possibility to go into the team to start games, then you have to be good. You know, but I remember with Pep, I remember a lot of players that seemed to be fantastic, and after Pep, they were, you know, Teo is just one of them, but there was
It's like
Cuenca. Do you
Boyan.
remember Cuenca?
Yeah.
Do you remember Jeffren?
Oof, no, no, no.
He scored some very important goals, you know. But then he played here at Grasshoppers in Switzerland, you know.
Cuenca went to Stoke.
Yeah, yeah, true. Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
Yeah, well,
yeah. But you know, you see, they spent 3.5 and they got 14. You know,
they
as
should have got more for Emerson.
yeah, that's also true. Yeah, that's also true. Maybe it was in the last year of his contract. I don't know, but yeah, 14 is not enough. Yeah, because
The,
Barca then 2 months after they got him, they sold him to Tottenham for 25. You know, that's business. You know.
it's crazy how that can be allowed.
Yeah.
If you buy a player, you have to keep him.
Yeah. You know, but that shows you what I said before. Is in the transfer philosophy mainly what Pellegrini wants. You know, Pellegrini came to Betis in the summer of 2020. Okay, and he rebuilt the squad, but only with selected players. You know, he was not there spending a lot of money. He trusted basically, you know, his experience. He analyzed a lot what the team needed in certain areas, and you know, he then got these players to reach the full potential, like Bellerin. You know, Bellerin is playing all the games. You know, he's so important. You know, and I think I remember that Bellerin, when he was at Arsenal, he he was he hired a data analysis company to see which club, you know, would suit him, and the data they said Betis, you know. That's very important too, you know. That was the best result that the data could get, you know. So that's I think
I didn't know that actually.
yeah,
That's
no,
that's interesting.
but that shows you, you know, analyzing not only Pellegrini but also a player can analyze, you know, and see what's good for me, and then a coach can do the same. What does this team need? Where and how can I implement these players into this new club? You know, so and that now you can see the results. You know, last season they finished sixth. Now they are there for Champions League. So you know, it's going very well. You know.
Yeah, and maybe they should sign Martin Toolsby from Sampdoria. It's they are both environmental heroes.
Yeah. No, that's also a player that I like. You know.
Yeah, he would be cheap.
Yeah.
Maybe 8-10 million.
Yeah, or your friend from Bologna, you know, I like him even more.
Yeah, that would be lovely. But I think he will stay in
You
Italy.
you have to show him this episode, that I said that I like him, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I will do that. So I think if I can go into my Sevilla comparison.
Wait a second, I will show you just another thing
Okay. Yeah.
to make you or the people see what this means. Wait, we see here, you know,
It's loading, but yeah. There it is.
60. You know, do you see 60 million?
Yeah.
Okay, he's 23, but you see here, Sevilla has most valuable player with Koundé 60 million, and then you see Betis with Fekir, great player, is 28, but 30 million. You know, so you can see there is a big difference. You know, that's why I said before. You know, they sold Fabian Ruiz to Napoli for 30 millions. Fekir is valued at 30 millions. You know, they cannot get 60 million, you know, for example, like Sevilla, you know, for Koundé, because Koundé, we know that he will leave in the summer, and then you get 60 million, you know, that's a lot of money for a club like Sevilla, and then you can plan, you can bring new players in, you can play Champions League, you can win Europa League, you know. Betis is still not there, you know, and I think
Yeah.
to play champion, if they qualify for Champions League, that would be, you know, not a thing that they can do every season, you know.
And that's also one of the things that makes your club more valuable. That you have
Of course,
Champions League football.
yeah, of
So
course, yeah, of course.
uh, yeah. Well, I think they will at least qualify for Europa League. So
Yeah, that's yeah. You know, of course, when you have behind, you have Atletico and Barca, and they're pushing. I don't know if you can until the end, you know, you can do it, but I really hope for them because they deserve, you know.
yeah, Barcelona should be outside. Just to
Now, you know, with Xavi is a little bit better, you know. I have to say I really like him as a manager. His ideas and how he wants to play, always playing forward and to face the play, you know, that's so good, you know, and I really like that. But he needs time, you know. We saw against
well, he
Napoli, you
needs
know.
a Aubameyang. That's what he needs.
Yeah,
Needs him to play. He
now
should score.
now he got a couple of goals, you know, and now he's starting to, you know, we'll see now on Thursday. We will see in Napoli how they play, if they go through
Yeah.
or not.
Um, yeah, and if you look at Betis, what they do is it's more of a miracle than what Barcelona does, of course. So they will have to stay on this level for the rest of the season if they want to keep Barcelona out of top four.
You know, what we
I
know.
think Atletico is more probable to get out of Champions League than Barcelona.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I agree. Yeah, but what we know until now, at 25 games are played, right? 25 games. After 25 games, they are third. Point. Then we have to see what happens. But the win rate under Pellegrini is something like 56%, and that's the highest in their history. So something is so they are in the flow. You know, they are going. You know, uh, maybe if you can keep up this motivation and this feeling, you know, until the end, you go. You know, you're gonna do it.
Hmm. We'll see. But I think they will have to fight until the end.
Yeah.
Um,
football
Probably they
is
will finish fourth.
football is in your head, in the player's head, in the squad, in the manager, staff, everyone, and you need to believe. You have to believe, and 10 more games. Let's say 10 more
Yeah.
games. You know, you have to fight. You have to fight. Now on the weekend, big game, biggest game of the year, probably for them. So, you know,
But they are in great form.
yeah,
They
yeah.
beat Zenit St. Petersburg away last week.
Fantastic, yeah, fantastic.
And they have 4 straight wins in all competitions. So
Yeah.
Sevilla is, and they are actually playing Zenit tomorrow. So,
Mm.
but the Sevilla game is probably what they will keep the highest in the ranking.
Yeah.
Because to me, they will probably not win the Europa League, but
If Barca goes through,
then Barcelona will be the big favorites, and
Yeah.
they will have a lot of confidence from their league form.
yeah, of course, yeah, of course.
Um, I think, actually, if I'm going to be honest, I think Villarreal can also be a part of this fight for top 4.
Oh, of course. There is still one game to
There's
play.
4 teams. Sevilla, I think they will keep the second place. But
Yeah.
Betis, Barcelona, Atletico, Villarreal, they will fight.
Yeah.
I don't think Sociedad will
No.
keep on.
No, I don't think so. It depends. Maybe if Villarreal goes out with Juve, maybe they can focus more. They can try to give another push. Everything is possible.
They showed yesterday that they have a really good team.
I know we can make 5 minutes about this game, but Villarreal, Juve what they were lucky to go 1-0 up in the first minute, but then with 1-0 up away, you need to play different. You need to play different, and they didn't. And you cannot play 90 minutes like Juventus did. Then you concede. Sooner or later you concede, and they conceded.
Yeah, it was a great goal. It was,
Yeah.
but I think what Villarreal did and what Betis also does sometimes is that they create a lot of space in the central areas for their players, like Fekir and for Villarreal it was Parejo. So
Yeah,
that's the space that gives them a lot of creative freedom to.
yeah. Not only Fekir, but also Canales. Coming from central midfield and advancing there. But this is only possible if you go high. You press high, you push the fullbacks of the opponent, you push them back to allow Sergio Canales or Fekir coming from behind, and then you have space.
Yeah, and now it's time to change the picture of.
Yeah, I can give you this one.
Yes. So I was thinking to talk a bit about the history of Betis and the difference of Betis and Sevilla. And the reason why we are involving Sevilla is because they are doing so well as a club, and we think Betis are too. So we want to make this a bit of a comparison. But you can for sure say that historically speaking, Betis is not even close.
No, they
But,
haven't won a league for 90 years, so it's not. Obviously, for every club is difficult to fight for the league if you have Real Madrid and Barcelona. I don't count Atletico now, but if you have only these two, then there was a period of Atletico, then was period of Valencia, period of it's difficult. But they didn't win anything. They won a league 90 years ago, and I don't know, a couple of Spanish cups. Nothing. Compared
And they
to
won it in 35. So that was a time when the football wasn't even good in Spain.
no,
It
no,
was
no.
nothing.
Yeah, of course, yeah, and if you compare to Sevilla, only the last 10 years they won 4 Europa League. It's done.
Yeah, and that's what I want to say, that for the last 15 years Sevilla has been so successful, winning 4 Europa Leagues, and also apart from that they've also been part of the top four so many times.
Yeah, they play Champions League, and yeah,
Yeah, they've established themselves as the new Valencia for me,
yeah, true.
and I think there's only one thing missing, and that's the league title. Maybe they deserve one.
So
I,
difficult,
I
man.
before this season, I said Sevilla will win, but we
Um,
we can get into this a little bit later, because I want to say um, they are called the kings of Europa League by Spanish people, and that's not it's not untrue.
it is,
It really is.
they
So
won a couple of UEFA Cup back in the day, no?
yeah,
Yeah,
and I mean, almost every year for the recent history, they've been better than Betis, except for 17-18 season, where Betis finished sixth and Sevilla seventh, and that's the first time in many years. And I think it was I couldn't even find which year it was. It was so long ago, and it was also their best league finish in 13 years. So sixth spot is a real, it's a successful story for Betis.
that was
Uh,
with Pellegrini, no?
it was with Pepe Mel, right? No,
What year was it?
Setien. Kiki Setien.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, because Pellegrini
80.
finished sixth last year. Yeah, yeah, true. Yeah,
And now uh, uh, they've had some really famous managers like Kike Setien, as we said, Pepe Mel, and now Manuel Pellegrini. And I think these managers are typical of these kind of clubs. They're a little bit smaller, but still big clubs. That they use they use Betis as a stepping stone into big clubs in England and Spain.
yeah.
Pellegrini, I don't think he's so eager to go somewhere else.
No, I think, yeah.
But Kike Setien, he went to Barcelona as soon as he got the chance.
Of course, of course. But there Pellegrini is slowly is getting old. So
Mm.
I don't know if he wants to move to the Premier League, or he was in China, and I don't know. I think it was enough. And now I think he's feeling comfortable where he is.
Well, he for sure he has enough money now.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But they have, as you said, they won one title, and it was in '35.
Yeah.
It was an Irish manager called Patrick O'Connell, and he won the league with Betis, and he also managed Sevilla, Barcelona, Oviedo, and Santander. And that's a really impressive
An
club
Irish
history.
manager in the 30s. How is fantastic.
He managed a small club in Ireland, and then he got the job in Spain for some reason. But that tells you a lot about how Spanish football was back then.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So he won the league for Betis, and one fun fact is that he's one of, which may be the only one, but I didn't find evidence for it, that he's one of the few managers in Barcelona history with a negative win-loss record.
Opa. Okay.
He lost more games than he won.
Yeah, that's special.
Should be impossible with Barcelona, but
Yeah, maybe back in the day they were like I don't know, like Levante.
yeah, they had the same colors. But the last derby, Sevillano, was 1 month ago against Sevilla, of course, and they won it. It was a game where play was stopped because
Yeah.
a really serious incident, and
I remember that.
maybe the game shouldn't have been played, but yeah.
Yeah, there were some complaints after. Yeah, I think Lopetegui said something about it, and
Yeah, he was really angry.
Yeah.
That's the only derby that Betis have won for a long time. It was a couple of years ago, so that was really important for them. Because Sevilla almost always win these kind of games.
yeah,
And it's not weird because Sevilla has been a really good club, but a derby is a derby. It has its own life. It has its own rules. Just like everywhere you go, it doesn't matter if you're a lot better. It's 90 minutes of passionate football.
yeah.
So
You can see that. You can see that everywhere. Of course, if you have a derby like Milan Inter, then But in if you have a derby like Sevilla Betis, or if you have a derby like there are a lot of derbies that are very special, but from the same city, big two big clubs like Inter Milan, or one like Juventus Torino is very very good example. Torino fights, they play for these two games. They fight, they give everything in these two games. You can see that, they feel it weeks before, and in south of Spain with Sevilla, with Betis is the same, and the supporters are crazy, and special.
I think I lost you for a minute here. Uh,
Okay.
do you hear me? Well,
Yeah.
again? Yeah. Okay, sorry. I think I lost some connection. But you said about the derby that
Hmm.
Juventus Torino, and that's what I heard. I didn't hear more than that, but I think it's a good comparison because Torino is kind of like Betis. It's a big club, has a lot of local fans, but Juventus is the biggest club in the city, and Sevilla obviously is the biggest club in Sevilla.
Yeah.
And of course, Juventus is a lot more successful, but I think it's a good comparison either way because you expect Sevilla to be better, but sometimes, of course, Betis will get a win because
Yeah, that's normal.
they have a lot of passion.
That's
They
normal.
have great fans.
Yeah,
Really
yeah,
great
of
fans.
course, yeah.
So,
But it's normal that Sevilla is bigger. Look at the picture we are showing. Says it all.
So in the last 46 derbies, they have only won 8 times. And
Okay.
Sevilla, they won half of them, so 23.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's that says it all.
Yeah.
It's even games, but in the end, Sevilla they win half of them.
Yeah.
So, um, but I think this derby is so open. Sevilla
It
is
is,
not in a
of
great
course.
form. They
Yeah.
are they are doing pretty bad, I think.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm not enjoying Sevilla right now.
And they have a big squad, eh? Fantastic squad. Look at the players they have. Rakitic, Lamela, Koundé, Diego Carlos, Ocampos, Martial, even the goalkeeper
Yeah.
Bono. Good team, you know.
Yeah, and they have a bench.
Yeah, yeah.
Rafa Mir and Nesiri and Fernando, Juan Jordan. I think what they have is a Champions League squad.
Yeah.
Betis, they have maybe a Champions League 11, but not a squad.
That's the main problem, with these clubs.
So this weekend, I think, logically speaking, Sevilla will be favorites, but this is a big chance for Betis.
For me,
If they win, then they can finish second.
yeah, that will give them that energy, that push, that exactly what they need to finish this 10 games strong.
Yeah, and
That's why I said it's mental, it's mentally, and they have to watch.
maybe it would be good for Betis to get eliminated from Europa League. For me,
Yeah.
it's more important with Champions League.
Yeah,
Of
it's 40 millions if you qualify.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of like a bit of history about Betis and Sevilla. I think one thing that you cannot forget is that Betis actually the last 20 years it's been so mixed. They have been through heaven and hell,
Yeah.
So they've been in the second division twice.
Yeah.
For 3 seasons total, and they've been in top 4 and top 6, and it's been everything, and they haven't found their stability, and I think Betis they should be performing better. Not this season, of course, but over the course of 20 years, it feels like a club they should be top half every year.
Yeah.
In the Spanish.
It's true, if you look at the years before Pellegrini, they were fighting relegation, or second half of the season. But now that is going well, and they built something good and strong. I think it was a good sign, of the club. That they had new contracts for Fekir, for Canales, for Pellegrini. They all of them signed new contracts. That's a big that's a big thing.
Yeah, and you see that as we said before that the players enjoy to be at Betis.
Yeah, of
And,
course, man. You have a very very nice stadium, very good fans, good team, and you live in south of Spain. What do you want more?
It's an incredible city. I mean,
Yeah, fantastic, man.
So yeah, it's difficult to complain. I would love to be rich and live in Sevilla.
South of Spain,
But-
the best place.
Yeah. So one thing that I want to ask you, how do you see Betis developing in like 2 or 3 years? In which way do you see them developing?
That's a good question. I think if they can build on now they have a good base, a very good base. If they can build on that, and if they can qualify now for Champions League, get 40 million, if you think about it, they can get now for Champions League qualification, they can get 40 million, and 40 million they cannot get with selling Fekir. Imagine, they sell the best player, they cannot get 40 millions, but you can get with the Champions League qualification. So if you qualify, you get 40 millions from there. You build the squad. You have contract signed for important players. Maybe you can keep Bellerin. You bring one more player in. Maybe you can even try to sign William Jose. Who knows? The squad then is getting good. And you can fight at least for Europa League every season.
I've heard that Bellerin is probably worth 15, and that there might be a clause 15. That's for me. That's a no-brainer. Just do it.
I honestly don't think he will go back to Arsenal.
No.
He's been there for a long time. He knows the city very well.
Very bad.
And he feels good at Arsenal. Obviously, he knows everyone. But it was the right time for a change, and now is the time to make it permanent. He needed that. He really needed that.
Yeah. But I don't think they've treated him the right way.
Arsenal in some years he was there. Arsenal was very bad. The squad was so bad, And then he was injured, a bad injury, and the recovery was very long. And then he had to play with the second team for a couple of games, and to recover there in London alone at home, not playing, not training, it's hard. In Spain it's different. I think he's a guy that likes the sun. He likes Spanish. He likes the atmosphere. There, and I think he made the right decision, and I hope that he can stay there.
Yeah, and I felt like that for a long time, that he should have gone to another league.
Yeah.
And another way of another philosophy, and maybe there were some talk about Inter this summer, and of course they've done a good signing, but that would also fit him to go to a 3-5-2.
100%. He's perfect for that. Yeah, he's perfect for that.
But Betis, I think it's a good choice.
Yeah.
And I think if I'm going to answer my own question, I think that Betis will become a club fighting in top 6 for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And they will get a better squad, but I think to expect like Champions League qualification, it's impossible, because you have Barcelona, Real Madrid, you have Atletico, and you have Sevilla. All of those clubs, they should be better.
Yeah, that's true.
And maybe also, if you ask me, and I don't know if you agree, maybe also Villarreal should be better.
Yeah, that's a 50-50 thing. Villarreal has a very good squad.
It's close.
And very close. Yeah.
I really like Villarreal. That's why also, but for me it's difficult to say. It's like when you talk about the Premier League and you see West Ham, they are doing everything right, but it's impossible to say that they will be top 5 the next season as well.
In England, it's even
it's tougher
even harder.
There, but I meant just as a comparison.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit comparable, at least.
Yeah, no, that from where they were, a couple of years ago, fighting relegation, and now being there is more or less, it's the same.
So it's going to be interesting to see what Betis does, but I'm pessimistic. I don't think that they will qualify. Based on the fact that Barcelona, Atletico, they will not drop so many points.
Yeah, but they have to catch up first, you know.
Yeah, but I think Barcelona will win at least like 3 out of 4 games. Then Atletico, I'm not so sure, but
Atletico.
not the machine it was before.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
They will need Saul back.
he was fantastic with Atletico, man. Now with Chelsea, so bad. But yeah,
It's a shame. Yeah, I think they will struggle at least, but nothing is impossible. If they made it this far, then nothing is impossible.
No, I think the right mentality, maybe with a win in the derby, you know, then everything is possible.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. If they win, they're on 49, I think, and that's a really good. You know, that's almost 2 points a game.
Yeah.
And for Betis, that's really high.
Yeah.
You can expect maybe 1.5 in a tough league like this, but yeah, 2 wins out of 3. It's
very good.
It's
Yeah,
impressive.
yeah.
But yeah, I think they have a tough schedule coming up now. I think they have Celtic. No, not Celtic. Zenit this week, and Sevilla. Both really important games.
Yeah. At least they play at home, you know, with Zenit, and they don't have to travel, and yeah.
They have Vallecano next week, midweek.
Must be a win.
They have 3 really tough games in a row. They have Atletico Madrid, they have Bilbao, and they are catching up pace. They're really good now. And they have Celta Vigo. I think that's the kind of games that decide the season for them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And the last game is against Barcelona at home.
Yeah, no, but in the last game should be done, you know, in the last game.
Yeah.
Should be done already, you know.
But it would be a good thriller if it's
if it would be decided on the last game against Barca.
I think probably Xavi will take it then.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
It's about this.
Yeah.
But a guy like Petzela, a guy like Joaquin, a guy like
they have experience, you know. They
have a lot of grinta.
Yeah.
As they say in Italy.
Yeah,
what do you say in English about grinta? Like hard work and great mentality.
Yeah, great desire, you know, to do it, and
yeah. So nothing is impossible.
Yeah.
I'm a bit more pessimistic about their chances, but they have games like Elche, Getafe, Cadiz, Osasuna. They should win all those games.
You can make enough points there, you know.
And then Celta Vigo, they should win.
Yeah.
Celta, it's not Italy.
Yeah, you are Italian, man. I told you many times.
Celta. And you have, I think Bilbao, they should win as well.
Bilbao is always a tough one, yeah, for everyone.
But Atletico in the 6th of March, it's going to be a great game. I will be at home. I will have a bowl of chips and snacks and.
Yeah, that's a good one to enjoy, you know.
I think it's going to be interesting to see Betis and Pellegrini's attacking football against Atletico's special kind
You need to
of play.
be against these teams like Atletico and low block and this thing. You need to be patient and wait, move the ball, and if you have, if you be, need to be patient and then wait for the space. But with these creative players between the lines, Canales, Fekir, and maybe Juanmi, they can do it.
The last 20 games between Simeone and Betis have won once.
Yeah, but
So-
it was a different, it was a different
Yeah.
Betis, and
So,
also a different Atletico.
Yeah, you have to say Atletico is not so good this season.
Yeah, no, they're
So-
not. They're not.
I'm not impressed because if you want to play this conservative football with all these great players, you have to succeed. Otherwise, you'll get really criticized, and that's what Simeone is getting now.
I think there is it's finished. The cycle is finished, and they need to they need something new. Both the coach and the team.
Yeah, that's why they shouldn't have extended the contract.
True. Yeah.
There were talks about Simeone to Inter, and
We
I'm
will
not
see
saying-
them. We will see them tonight against Man United.
yeah, but I'm not saying he would be better than Inzaghi, but for him, I think it would be great if he would have moved this summer to Inter to get a new challenge and to leave Atletico with a league title.
I think that would be yeah. First of all, to leave when you are on the highest, and to go to Inter, I think would be a perfect fit.
Yeah, and I think it will happen sooner or later,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But I think maybe we can talk a little bit about the game tomorrow, Betis Zenit, to finish it off.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Was a win last time in Russia, 3-2.
Will be a win again.
But now they don't have any away goals, or
No
it's not
problem.
a away goals rule, so
No problem. They will
3-2
win.
is not worth. Yeah,
They will win. They will win. I'm sure. I'm 100% sure.
all goals were scored
The first
in
half,
the
right?
first 40 minutes.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So 2 goals in the first 18 minutes for Betis, and then Zenit scored 2 goals in 3 minutes, and then Guardado, the legend,
Yeah.
scored 3-2.
Yeah.
He's also we didn't mention him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
But
because he's been there for many
really
years. Yeah.
clever player.
Yeah. No, he's so good, and he's so important. Very good passes, very good play. Yeah, it's important. He's been there for now how many years? A couple of years. Very good.
Yeah, I lost you for 10 seconds again.
I think your connection is in Sweden. Maybe Stockholm is the connection is. I don't know.
I don't understand why.
I don't know.
I've had these problems this week, but never before.
Maybe there is a. Don't know. It's very difficult to say. I don't know.
Maybe it's something that's punishing me for saying Celta.
Yeah, maybe.
But you see the picture that I sent you. That's what I was left with for 10 seconds.
Oh man,
But,
I hope the people didn't have the same picture.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry for me zoning out for 10 seconds 2 times there now, but it was not my intention.
No problem. No problem.
Yes, Guardado played against Zenit. I think he's been injured for pretty much before this season he's been injured a lot. So
Yeah.
it's in this season he's been playing a lot again.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
He was really really good at Eindhoven once in a time.
Yeah.
He was too good for this team, but it's been a really nice addition to Betis when he came maybe 4 years ago.
Yeah.
He's a very versatile player, having both like a winger and a playmaking role.
Yeah.
So that this is the kind of players that makes Betis stand out with Canales and Guardado and Carvalho. It's a very underestimated midfield.
That's true.
It's really good players.
True. That's why I think they have good chances in Europa League and in La Liga.
Yeah, well, their style of play is fitting for Europe.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But we'll see if they are, as I said, if they are good enough, if they have the power to break down really good teams. That's another question.
Yeah.
And we are not ready to answer that.
Yeah. We will see when the league finishes, and we will make a review of the of the league, and maybe we will see if our prediction is right.
They have before we finish this one, I want to mention a really good talent that maybe hasn't really gone through the marks here, and that's Diego Lainez. I think it's Diego, but I don't remember. Lainez.
He's good.
A really really nice winger. He's a left-footed winger playing on the right side. And he's so unpredictable, but he has a really tough season. Hasn't scored, hasn't assisted, so.
Yeah, but he's good. He's very good.
That's if there's a couple of clubs searching for a winger, then here you have him.
No, he's very good. He's very good. I think if he can show. Maybe not in the summer. Maybe we will stay another season. But if he can show a little bit of of his talent, of his potential, then he will move for sure.
Maybe it's something for Napoli.
He's similar to Lozano. He's a similar player.
But I don't know if I have a lot more to say about Betis. I think it will be a really exciting game, and we can tell you all now that we'll be streaming along with the game against Sevilla in the weekend. We'll talk more about the club and following the game along with you.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Fantastic game, big game. And probably a deciding game as well, for Betis in the mentality, and it's a typical 6 points game,
Yeah, and if they win against Sevilla, if they win against Atletico in 2 straight games, I think they're almost like done for Champions League.
Yeah.
It's 10 points or like 10, something like 10.7, 9 points, something like that, depending on Atletico's result in the weekend. And that's, that should be enough.
Yeah, that would be great. Obviously very tough games, but when you know that you are playing for everything, so you give 120%,
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to see the desire in Betis players.
Yeah.
I think it's showtime for Betis.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say. It's showtime,
Yeah.
and if they win this game, no one can tell them they are not good enough.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah. True.
If they lose, then of course.
Yeah. Then
it
will
look
be
difficult.
will be a little bit more difficult. Yeah.
I don't think they will be favorites,
Yeah.
to say the least.
No. 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 But maybe maybe in this game against Sevilla, maybe they are a little bit favored. You know. Now in this period because they are on a good run. Maybe a little bit. You know.
Better form,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
But as we said, that's not important in
In a derby is
derby.
yeah. Yeah, was a good episode, man. I'm happy. I really like these episodes, you know, to analyze a club, and
Yeah,
I really like that. It was very good.
and it's time to say goodbye, I think.
Yes.
Thank you for watching, and we'll be uploading this so that you can watch it again if you want to.
Yeah, YouTube, you know, and here
Yeah.
for a couple of weeks on Twitch, and some parts on social media, you know, and yeah, let us know a little bit if you liked it, and then nothing more to say. We'll see you on Sunday for the game, and enjoy, and buenas noches.